Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kylie, and today we're going to be making peanut butter cookies. So first you're going to have to gather up some peanut butter, sugar, just butter, brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, flour, and some salt, and a large egg. So first we're going to put our butter into a large mixing bowl. Well, first actually we're going to preheat the oven to 375, and while that's preheating, we'll get our ingredients together. So first you need a half a cup of butter, or a stick of butter, and then you will have to get a half a cup of white sugar, So we're actually going to use our fourth cup and put 2 of these in. And the sugar doesn't matter if it's level or not. And then we are going to get a half a cup of brown sugar. So you got to make sure this is real packed when it's in this, so you have to push it down. We still need more. So that's about good. So we'll put that in. And we're going to cream those together with our mixer until they're nice and incorporated together. So you need to get all the butter incorporated to the sugar. And it's not fully incorporated, so we're going to use our spatula and kind of cream them in together. And it's okay if it's not fully, because it will get incorporated when you add your other stuff. So that's about good, because it will get incorporated when you do the other. So that's how it should be looking. And now we have to add our 1 large egg and our half a cup of peanut butter. And this makes 12 cookies. So we'll get that and put that into this thing. And we're using just peanut butter. You could use any other type that you want. So I'm putting and then you push it down to get just a little bit more in. So that's about good. And then we'll need that again to dump this in, and then we'll incorporate this with our butter and sugar mix. this is when our spatula comes in handy. If you hear that, that's my guinea pig. He is quite talkative today. So we'll incorporate this all in. It smells really good, really peanut buttery. So that's about good with that. So we'll use our spatula again. And this is about how it should be looking. And next we will add our baking soda, baking powder, and our salt. So you will need 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon and then a 1/4 teaspoon. So I'll put that in. And then 1/4. And then our baking powder. Oh. And then our baking powder is a 1/2 teaspoon. So, well, that goes in. And then you could incorporate this and then put the salt in, which I will do. And then our salt, let me think, is 1/4. And if you used salted butter, you could put down your salt just a tiny bit. And we'll leave the whole recipe in the descriptions so you can make this. So that's about 1/4. And then we'll mix this. So now that we've added pretty much everything, we will add our flour. And this calls for 1 cup and 1 cup and 1/4 of a cup. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use for this is I'm going to find where to put my knife, and I'm going to level this off, so make sure it's flat and not digging into it, and just push the flour off so it's about level. And then it calls for 1/4 of a cup. And so I'll put that in. Again, I'm going to use my knife. this on low for our beater so the flour does not fly everywhere. And this is where it starts to incorporate all of this goodness. So since, if you could tell, I have a bunch of flour like on the sides of my mixing bowl, I'll use my spatula to just go around the sides and put that flour into the middle of the bowl. That beep was that our oven got preheated. So I have a little bit more flour on the sides. And then once you kind of got this mostly all incorporated, you could use your spatula to just mix it all up again to make sure you got everything incorporated. And this makes 24 cookies. I think at the beginning I said 12, but this makes 24 cookies. So now that that's all incorporated, I'm gonna try to get this off this cookie dough. So I'll leave that out. We're gonna pop these out. Okay. So now we have our pan, but we just need our cooking spray. And we'll spray our pan. And if you have a cookie sheet, feel free to use that. And then I think, yeah, we have our cookie scooper thing that we'll just, or you could use your hand if you don't have one of these. And then after that, we will put our fork marks into it. There's a big chunk of peanut butter there. And if you want, you could refrigerate these, or if you want, put them in the freezer, just so they're all nice and cold when they go into the oven. So we have those on the pan, and we'll use our fork and just lightly press down the fork into the cookie. You don't want to go too deep down, or the cookie will be kind of flat. So I'm gonna get my oven mitts and we'll put these in the oven, and I believe these cook for about 9 to 10 minutes, but if you need bigger ones, you could do it for a little bit longer. We'll check them in about 8 minutes. So we'll put them. So we put the timer on for 8 minutes, and we'll see what the cookies look like when we come back. Okay, so we got everything cleaned up and the cookie mix into the fridge. And the cookies are about to go off in about 5 seconds. There we go. They look about done. Okay, so I have my oven mitts ready, and they look good. And then we've got our cooking, or whatever this is called. Cooling little table thing. And we have our spatula, so we'll get them off when they're ready. So.
Go ahead, pull them off.
So we're about ready. We're pulling them off. And you let them sit for about 5 to 10 minutes on the pan so they get cool enough they don't crumble while they're on the cooling rack. And then we'll let them cool for about 5 minutes. Okay, so we've let them cool. So I'm gonna try. Oh gosh, they're kind of grumbly. So I'm gonna try one. Well, they're good. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.